Her hope is to encourage and inspire her students to step out of their comfort zone, making a difference in the world with the knowledge and wisdom they've gained. Please join me in giving a warm welcome as Vernessa makes her way onto the stage.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to say thank you to the organisers for tonight's event. They have done such a wonderful job making tonight happen. As the youngest daughter of Vernessa Mouanoutoua, I have the pleasure of sharing with you on behalf of my family, my father through their eyes, and as my children and grandchildren. While so much has changed over the last 50 years, there are things that have remained a part of our core values. As human beings, we can bring with us into the future. For my dad, he displayed his core values through the way he carried his passion within his community, locally, nationally, and internationally. Morley was one of the fortunate Hmong students to study abroad from Laos to Thailand to Australia. As one of the pioneers of his time, Dad knew the importance of bringing the Hmong people from the refugee camps in Thailand to Australia. He knew the opportunity for a better life would be greater for the future generations to come. Opportunities for employment, having a decent education, home ownership, and much more. Without Morley and the other students finding ways to sponsor Hmong people, none of us would be here today, reaping the benefits of being in this blessed country. If Dad was still here today, he would still continue on liaising with the Immigration of Australia to sponsor more Hmong people from Laos and Vietnam into Australia. Dad understood the value of community. As one of the founding people of the Hmong society, he did his best to help our people in Australia connect with one another. Even when we lived far away from the Hmong community, Dad would still prioritise time to be present in the Hmong community and help the Hmong people. That wasn't the only community Dad was a part of. Dad was also a part of the local church community, whether it was him helping with the administration, setting up and packing up the church, or giving his wisdom to others. His presence was appreciated. What I've learned from seeing my dad being part of these communities is that they become an extension of your own family that will support you. We're not meant to do things on our own. I'm hoping that in the communities that I'm part of, I'll be able to support them as they support me, just like my father. While Dad's presence was noted in the wider communities, Dad didn't neglect his presence within his own family. Living in another country away from his brothers and sisters did not stop him from loving his wife of 40 years plus, his 4 children and their partners, and his 6 grandchildren. Dad was our taxi driver, helping us get into school, church, extracurricular activities, and even medical emergencies. And Murray, one of his grandchildren, mentioned was how he made them feel happy when he spent time with them, while sharing his wisdom and knowledge in his garden. He was our teacher, helping us to understand his values in life and helping us to figure out our own values. He taught us to appreciate our heritage while adapting and integrating within Australian society. Dad was a lifelong learner and an advocate for education. He understood the importance of good education. Not only would it open opportunities for a person, but he also knew knowledge was and still is wealth and wisdom. I remember as a child, I would find Dad in his office handling his knowledge and wisdom, while whether it was reading, revising, or writing notes. As a student himself, he wanted not only for his children to experience good education, but for everyone else too. At one point, when Dad was raising us, his understanding of obtaining a successful paying job was through completing his studies with a degree. As time passed by, I knew my dad started to understand that this isn't the only way to be successful. No matter whether you go through university or start an apprenticeship or become an entrepreneur, there is always ongoing learning happening to become successful. Not only in the workforce, but also in life itself. As we continue to grow in our own learning, we need to continue adapting our skills to the world around us as it grows and changes. As a teacher, I value education, just like my father, and I hope to adapt my skills as I continue to grow so I'm able to help others too. When people ask me about what I remember about my dad, I remember his faith in God. Because Dad had a firm foundation in God, he understood what was right and fought for it, even when others disagreed. I know because of his relationship with God, he was able to do things to bring change and growth into the Hmong community. I really admire how he was always looking forward and working for a better future for his family and the Hmong people. As I come towards the end of my time here, I would like to share some lessons we've learned from Dad. He always advised for us when problems came, not to cry but to try to solve the problem. To surround us with good people and to be a positive influence on those around us. And finally, not to cook a whole egg in the microwave. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you, Vernessa. Now we'll ask Austin to come up to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to meet